Hello everyone. So today we are going to see how to use when to use the lack of fit test and how to perform lack of fit test in R. So what is the lack of fit test and when to use? So lack of fit test we use mostly in a regression in the multiple or linear regression just to check that whether the fitted line is a satisfactory or not. When we have some sort of data X and Y and we check we fit the model or we fit the regression model on that data, then we get some linear we get some regression line. So when we think that fitted regression is line is not satisfactory, at that time we use the lack of fit test. I have mentioned here when to use lack of fit test. And you all know that in lack of fit test, the error sum of square or residual sum of square, that is SS residual, was partitioned into the pure error and lack of fit. So we are going to use the lack of fit test in R. So to perform the lack of fit test in R, we need these two packages. That one is the ENV stat, or you can, and another one is ALR3. You can use any of this. You can use ENV stat or you can use AL3. These are the two packages you can use to perform lack of fit test in R. I have here used the ENV stat. So these are my data X and Y. I'm going to show you again how I have done this. So these are my X values. Okay, I'm going to show you how I have done this. So these are my X values. Then these are my Y values. I'm going to plot X and Y. So you can see here, X and Y is not, you can see the values or you can see the graph. That this graph shows us that there is some curvature type structure here. So now we are going to fit the regression model to this data first. So the simple command that we all know, to fit a regression model, we use lm command. So Y, X that we use. So we are going to check the ANOVA of model. So this is the model. You can see here the sum of residual is 250. And here you can see a p value is also very small. Okay, now we have seen that the graph, that this graph shows us that these X and Y have some curvature structure present over here. So that is why we are going to use the lack of fit test. So firstly, I'm going to show you how to install packets in R. We are going to require we are going to use AL3 or we can use ENV stat package. I'm going to show you how I install ENV stat package. You can use AL3 as well. So here, ENV stat. ABC. See, this is the package ENV stat that we are going to install here. I have already installed this package. That is where this is showing. Once we're done with the installation, we are going to call library of ENV stat. I have already installed that package. That is where this warning is. This is showing. Okay. Now the command to fit lack of fit test is ANOVA, and model is this. For the name model name, I have given to the regression model. When I fit the regression on this variable, I have stored that as a model variable. So that is why I'm using here. Now you can see here, we got one ANOVA table. In that ANOVA table, you can see here, in simple ANOVA, we have sum of residual. Now, as I mentioned earlier, that in lack of fit test, the sum of residual was partitionate in lack of fit and pure error. So you can see here, the sum of residual for lack of fit is so high, and even the p-value is very less. This shows that there is some lack of fit in our model. Or just to check, we can again plot model or plot X and Y and AB line model color is equal to blue. You can use any color. Now you can see here in graph, you can see here the regression line is not fitted very well. Regression line is not fitted very well. That means it not covers much observation. So that is why we are saying that the regression line is not fitted very well. Now, that is why we use the lack of fit test. And this is the ANOVA for lack of fit test. Through this ANOVA table, we can say that because the error due to the lack of fit test or sum of squares of lack of fit is very high, so that we can say that there is some lack of fit in our data. So you can use another package also. The another package you can use is ALR3, and the command once if you use this package, then command for this package is pure error ANOVA, and again the model name. So we are going to do the quick revision. So when we use the lack of fit test, when we feel that the regression line that is fitted is not satisfactory, at that time we use the lack of fit test. To use the lack of fit test in R, we have two options. We have two packages. We can use any of them. I have used here envstat. You can use envstat. Also, you can use the AL3 package. One, you need to install that package, and then you need to call the library, because that is a mandatory thing. Once you call the library, these are the command. I have used here the envstat package. So this is the command that I use. And if you use the ALR3 package, then this is the command that you have to use. In bracket, obviously, you will write that variable in which you have stored the regression model. As you can see here, I have used this model variable and I have stored my regression in that variable. So I have used that variable here to check the lack of fit test. So this is about the lack of fit test.